concepts are cool, and then some concepts completely break reality. This is the moment everything you thought you knew about the Volkswagen Beetle gets flipped upside down. Because what you're looking at right now isn't just a redesign. It's not a refresh. It's not even a comeback. This is a full-blown reinvention, and it has absolutely no right to exist. But somehow it does. Music builds. We're talking about the 2026 Volkswagen Beetle Roadster, a machine that takes one of the most recognizable silhouettes in automotive history and transforms it into something that looks like it escaped from the future. Let that sink in for a second. The Beetle, the friendly, rounded, almost playful icon that defined generations, has now been reborn as a low-slung, track-hungry, all-electric hyper roadster. And it's absolutely insane. Music drop. The first thing that hits you is the stance. This thing doesn't sit like a normal car. It crouches, 3 inches lower than anything you'd expect, stretched wide like it's gripping the road before it even moves. The classic curves are still there, but sharpened, refined, weaponized. It's like the original Beetle went through years of training, cut the weight, built muscle, and came back with something to prove. Up front, those legendary round headlights haven't disappeared, but now they glow. Sharp LED halo rings wrap around them, giving off this futuristic, almost alien energy, like they belong on a spacecraft, not a road car. And right between them sits a sleek 2026 badge, paired with a subtle leaf motif. A quiet message that says, yeah, this thing is electric. And no, it's not here to be quiet about it. Music intensifies, move to the side, and the proportions hit even harder. Massive alloy wheels fill out those widened arches. The body flows like liquid metal, every line sculpted for speed, every curve designed to cut through air like a blade. And then the rear. This is where things go from impressive to aggressive. Wide hips, circular LED taillights echoing the front, but now glowing like warning signals. And underneath, an arrow-shaped diffuser that looks like it belongs on a race car built for war. This isn't just design anymore. This is dominance. Music softens, but then you open the door, and suddenly, everything changes. Because inside, this car doesn't just feel fast. It feels expensive. You drop into the driver's seat, and instantly, you're locked in. Premium black leather wraps around you, stitched with bold yellow accents that pop like lightning against the darkness. The bucket seats don't just hold you. They grab you, like they already know what's about to happen. The entire cabin feels like a perfect balance between luxury and aggression, like stepping into a high-end lounge that just happens to hit 200 miles per hour. And right in front of you, a sweeping digital display stretches across the dashboard. No clutter, no distractions, just one seamless, curved screen blending your instrument cluster and infotainment into a single, futuristic interface. It's clean, it's sharp, and it feels years ahead of anything you've seen before. Music builds again. But let's be honest, none of that matters if it doesn't perform. And this is where things get ridiculous. Forget everything you thought the Beetle stood for, because this version doesn't play nice. We're talking about a dual-motor, all-wheel drive setup delivering a mind-bending 850 horsepower. Let me say that again. 850. In a Beetle, instant electric torque launches this thing forward like it's been fired out of a cannon. 0 to 60? A claimed 2.4 seconds. That's not just fast. That's supercar territory. Actually, scratch that. That's faster than a lot of supercars you can buy today. And just when you think it can't get crazier. Top speed. Electronically limited to 200 miles per hour. 200. In something that started its life as one of the most humble cars ever made. It doesn't make sense. And that's exactly why it works. Music peaks. Now sure, this kind of performance doesn't come cheap. Sources suggest a starting price around $125,000, climbing up to $165,000 for the full performance version. And yeah, that's serious money. But think about what you're getting. A fully electric hyper roadster, pushing 850 horsepower, wrapped in one of the most iconic designs in automotive history. Suddenly, it doesn't sound so crazy. In fact, it might actually be a steal. Music slows, because this isn't just about speed. It's not just about design, and it's definitely not just about nostalgia. This is about evolution, about taking something the world thought it understood and turning it into something completely unexpected. The Volkswagen didn't just bring the Beetle back. they redefined it. And in doing so, they may have just created one of the boldest automotive statements of this generation. Music fades. So now the question is simple. If this becomes real, if this actually hits the streets, would you spend $125,000 on it? Or is this one step too far, even for something this wild? Because one thing's for sure, the Beetle is no longer the past. It's coming for the future, and it's not asking for permission.